law is shifting, and the old map doesn't work anymore. This is Legal Pirates, a podcast for founders, operators, and personal injury leaders who don't wait for permission to lead change. We are category designers and collaboration friendly. Each episode explores the moves reshaping how law is built, delivered, and trusted. One question guides every conversation. What map are you using now that the old one no longer works? Let's navigate the shift. Hey guys, I'm here with Tim Sawyer of Faster Outcomes. He's actually right in the booth next to me, so we had him come over and say hi, be a friendly neighbor. Hey Tim, nice to have you on.
Great to be on.
Yeah,
Great to see you.
Good to see you too. So Tim, tell us a little bit about Faster Outcomes.
So Faster Outcomes is the ultimate legal intelligence platform for law firms and lawyers of all shapes and sizes.
Okay.
We do all the things that you would typically expect with a strong AI platform, everything from taking medical summaries and creating powerful medical chronologies. Obviously, we create demand letters. Both you can do human-in-the-middle reviewed demands. You can also build the demands in the platform itself, or what we call an agentic demand. But what our customers love the most is the intuitive nature of our chat feature.
Okay.
Which is the ability we provide prompt kits and playbooks. And so if you think about any type of personal injury case or event that could happen, a slip and fall on a construction site, for example, once you enter the data around that case, then the software takes over. The platform will go and find the solution through deep research. So instead of the alternative is you go in and you start playing around with prompts, and you better be really good at prompts to get the outcomes you want, versus putting in the information and with one query having the platform itself start the research process, start the investigative process, starting the analytics process, starting the medical research process, and then coming back to you. We call it a run, and then coming back to you with an outcome.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes it might not be exactly what you're looking for, so maybe there's a second run that needs to happen or a third run. But
so Tim,
in a presentation yesterday, so the analogy was great. 2025 was the year of perfecting the car for a lot of these great AI companies. 2026 is creating a self-driving car.
Okay.
That's the best analogy.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty good analogy, and it speaks to the speed of which things are going, right? I mean, we developed the car, now we're going straight to autonomous.
Yeah, crazy.
That's cool.
It's every 90 to 120 days, essentially, you're almost doubling in capacity. So whatever you see now,
so that
6
more,
months
I think it's Moore's law, right? But that's sped up.
It's
even further.
Yeah, the curve is crazy. It's exciting, but it's it's funny, our CEO and I talk all the time. It's not just about getting great people on the team anymore. It's getting smart people who have the capacity to continue to learn. That's the challenge in AI. So whatever you knew in 2024, somewhat relevant in 2026, but really you've got to have people who are teachable, coachable, who want to learn and love AI.
I love that, because a lot of people here are looking to find good people that are, to adopt AI, right? Yeah. So if they have that already, as opposed to like stuck in their ways. So you said something earlier. Is it almost like Faster Outcomes, the AI software, the platform? Is it like meta prompting where it help you prompt, or you have specifically made prompts and playbooks?
Both. So we have prompt kits. We have a great training team, by the way, that'll help you. And that's
cool.
a 3-step process that we help them to, because you have to be somewhat flexible. But we're in family law, corporate law, and personal injury, primary focus in personal injury. And what we've discovered as a non-lawyer, this was my biggest challenge. That if you look at the data available and you look at settlement data, there's a wide gap from lawyer to lawyer. And I'm not saying they're not all great lawyers. What I'm saying is there are certain groups of lawyers that consistently achieve higher settlements. Period. End of story. That's in the same jurisdiction, the same type case, and it's not because they're better people, or smarter people, but they have better processes, and they have a better understanding of what the insurance company is looking for. And so, to me, where I struggle is, okay, if my mom got hit by a bus, she's going to look at the last ad, or my dad's going to look at the last ad that she saw. That's who they're going to call. And there's no guarantee that lawyer is going to be in a position to get the best settlement. Doesn't mean lawyers aren't amazing. I love all my lawyer friends, and I work with 100 firms.
But they're all different.
They're all different.
Yeah, they perform different.
And so, what we believe in is we have to keep the client in the middle, not
1,000%.
the client, the person getting the reward, the injured. And if you keep that in mind, then the mission becomes, how do we level the playing field so that everybody gets the maximum outcome every time? And so if you build those playbooks into the platform, then it takes a lot of the guesswork out of getting to the final settlement demand, right? And the other part of that, which is interesting, and I talk a lot about this because it makes no sense to me. So the primary mechanism, you're in the legal field, that a personal injury lawyer uses in pre-litigation is the demand letter, right? And then there's certain elements of demand letter that are consistent across all firms. But what I don't understand, we work with almost 100 law firms. There aren't 2 law firms that would agree that this is the perfect demand. And they're all going to the same place. Insurance uses Colossus to evaluate that demand.
That's the software that they use.
That they use. But I always use the analogy, it's like, how is it that the insurance companies are using systems and lawyers are doing creative writing exercises? How are we not using the same methodology and thinking? Because you would think, not to be funny to my lawyer friends, but we get like the council of the best personal injury lawyers to get together and go, yeah, this is how it works. And then everybody does that.
Right.
And then you differentiate with marketing and personality and niching and all that.
Yeah. But
so
certain things need to be systemized.
Yeah, and so what we hope to bring to the table is to create a more systematic approach to benefit the client. Now, if you're getting a 50% higher settlement for the client, that means you're getting 50% more contingency fees for the firm. So it's good for the client and it's good for the firm.
So a couple of things you said there is that analogous to marketing is that, when people see something that they like, that's the filter with which they look at marketing. I like that. Those are nice colors. I like the way that sounds, whatever. That's not the lens we should be looking at marketing. Does it work? That's it, right? Like there's something that works. Some things that work and some things don't. So that's similar to that.
So we spent, so the last 2 companies I was president and co-founder, we sold to private equity. Both were digital marketing companies.
Okay.
One it started in mortgage and ended up in the insurance space for the independent insurance agent. And then the other one was elective medicine. And we used the same 3 words through car dealerships, mortgages, financial services, and medicine. It's 3 things that every for-profit business needs to do. Find. They need to increase the quantity and quality of traffic to their website and phone. Convert, whether you're a medical practice or you've got to convert those into patients. Then you have to retain them. So find, sell, keep.
Right.
And we looked at everything we did in digital marketing through that lens. And my business partner, who's wildly successful as a digital marketer, would say, I don't care if you put a monkey on the back of a donkey. If that gets you a higher conversion rate on the website, we're going with that.
Yeah. So leading back to the demand letters, what is working when it goes to Colossus? What is reliably and consistently getting us the best outcome? Is that what you're saying?
And then do that.
Yeah.
And so
is that what the software is? Partly does.
But what's interesting is even in our own.
And how so? Is it like by a template, or is it like analyzing your demand letter based on what works and what doesn't, and telling you?
So this is tricky because you'll get with a group of lawyers who say, this is it. This is the one you use. But you could go in the same market to other 10 smart lawyers, and they would say, I would never use that. That's not going to work.
Right.
You'll have a lawyer say, well, or a paralegal maybe, having more colorful pictures will enhance the likelihood that the adjuster is going to look at the demand letter in a different light. And it's these kinds of,
So you think that's not true? You're saying that does.
Show me that that's true.
Okay.
My thing is, I had a real spirited conversation.
Data driven.
With a guy
show me that
night
it's true.
Who was, trying to convince me that
spirited conversation.
Very spirited conversation, and he was trying to convince me that you can't use AI in rural communities because you can't predict what the juries are going to do.
That's interesting.
And the politics and the judge, and he got into such a micro level that I think we were missing the point. Right? The point is that there is a way to present the information. There is a way to present a story very quickly. There is a way to it really all comes down to, in my opinion, the lawyers I talk to who strike me as being pretty dialed in. They'll talk about the case being maximized at the beginning. So as soon as you get the case and you get the medical records, it's helping the client do the right treatment plan,
Right.
encouraging them to stick to the treatment plan so there's no gaps in treatment, making sure that they're getting the right treatments, and working them, helping them through that. Not waiting till all the medical information comes in and then saying, oh, they skipped 60 days of treatments. That tells the insurance company they're not in pain. And now they're trying to scramble to create the demand. It's over. It's over, right? And so at the inception, one of the smartest lawyers I work with, you know, his thing is, first thing we need to do is find out if there's any evidence of traumatic brain injury, right?
Okay.
TBI. It's you know, not difficult to detect, but it's incredible how many folks miss that or ignore. At least, is this an issue, right? Is this a possibility that's eligible for?
So exploring all options to maximize the result.
So it's when you start that the case maxes out. You get
I see.
policy limits.
Right.
Not being reactive.
Yeah.
And most lawyers know that. It's just, like I say, it's about having systems versus, to your point, or what we say, it's operating in facts versus feelings. I feel like, you know, okay, well, take these two demands and tell me how. And it's not the demand, what's on the paper itself, it's the thinking. The thinking is, well, every situation is different. But is it?
Well, it's like saying every business is different. But is it?
Is it?
You know?
It's find, sell, keep. We all got to do three things.
That's correct.
So,
yeah.
That's kind of my take on.
All right, Tim. So just to close this out, do you have anything like a final takeaway for the audience, that people watching, about AI specifically, or anything that you want to leave people with?
Yeah, I do. And there's a bunch of great AI companies here. I love getting to know all the CEOs and fellow owners, and they all do something a little different. So it's easy to get overwhelmed. And even when I talk to salespeople that work inside these companies, like, oh, it's tough because there's so many AI companies. There actually aren't so many AI companies. There's a lot of digital marketing companies, and there's a lot of car dealerships. A lot of different types of cars. But people have no problem selling cars. It's because everybody gets different utility from the car they choose. And each one of these AI platforms have different pricing structures. They have different features that may be more important to a larger law firm and not important to a small law firm. So my encouragement for anybody who's trying to figure that out is sit down with your team and come up with a strategy on what you're trying to solve for. What is it that you want AI to? What is the problem you're trying to solve for? Or what processes are you trying to improve? Put that into a little matrix, and then make a few calls. Don't call one. I'm the only guy in the world who would encourage you to shop. Call 3, 4 to the extent that you have time, and find a match based on pricing and features and the people you like, the service elements that meet the grid that you've set up to solve the problem. If you do that, you'll be super excited. And remember that
that's awesome. That's
AI
smart.
is not the silver bullet for anything. AI is another tool, just like case management or digital marketing. It's another tool in your toolkit, but it can be a powerful one.
Awesome. Tim, thank you very much. How can people get in touch with you?
FasterOutcomes.com. That's FASTER outcomes.com. Or you can send me an email at tim@fasteroutcomes.com. Love to hear from you. I always love talking with attorneys, having great debates. Reach out.
You like debates? Yeah. Thanks, Tim. Thanks
I appreciate you. Thanks
for
having me.
No doubt.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for listening to Legal Pirates. Remember, the old rules aren't coming back. Follow the show and keep charting your own course. We'll see you next time.